Hello and welcome to Colred Plays Raid Shadow Legends. I am Colred. Thanks for joining me today. The portal is purple, and it's the good purple. It's the one we like. It is a 2x Void Shard event. So we're going to talk about the 10 times champion, which is associated with this event, and then we're going to get into a couple of other details that you may want to think about in terms of determining how many shards you're going to pull for today. Hope you're ready. Let's get started. All right, so first things first, we do have the 2x event for Void Shards right now. As you know, I am a free-to-play player. I always highly recommend saving your Void Shards for a 2x event. If you can get additional value for them during a 2x event, then that's great. But if not, it's still the best time to pull your Void Shards because these are the only shards that are ever going to yield those legendary Void champions, and we know how good they can be. Speaking of Void Legendaries, there is one that is also on a 10 times event today. And that is a relatively new champion, came in with Sun Wukong. And that is Shu-Zhen the Valorous. Now, she is in the Shadowkin faction. She's got a really interesting kit. I actually think she kind of came into the game quietly. There wasn't a lot of buzz about her. But I think she's a very, very good Void Legendary. And so we're going to take a quick look at her kit now. Okay, I just wanted to jump over here to the index so we could see her real stats at 6 stars. So if we take a look at her stats, you can see nice HP pool at 21.5k. We've got pretty good defense here at 1300. Very nice speed at 110. So good stats, good all-around stats. Now if we look at her skills, her A1 has a 50% chance when booked of placing a block active skills debuff for 2 turns. And that 2 turns is important because if a block active skills debuff is already up, then this skill has a 100% chance to steal 20% of the target's turn meter. So remember, a steal means she gets it. So this is going to give her a turn meter fill in addition to taking that turn meter away from your target. On the A2, this is a really interesting skill. It's I think a unique skill in the game. So first of all, it targets an ally. And if that target ally is not under a sheep debuff, so it's not sheeped, it places the increased attack, increased crit rate, and increased crit damage buffs on them for 2 turns. And then it activates an instant turn effect on that ally. So this basically means that you can make a nuker go immediately following Shu-Zhen, right? That instant turn effect just jumps the turn order. It's not a turn meter fill. It's literally a go next button. So that's a very interesting option. And then the other potential of this skill is that if the ally is instead a sheep, you can basically de-sheep your ally. So both parts of this skill are pretty interesting and unique to the game. Shu-Zhen's A3 fills the turn meter of all allies by 20% and then places increased speed on them. It also has a 100% chance of decreasing the turn meter of all enemies by 20% and places a decreased speed debuff on them for 2 turns. This is on a 4-turn cooldown. This is an incredibly powerful skill. It's going to be usable in wave content, but it's going to be really sought after for the arena. The nice thing about this is it's not a hit, so it can't weak hit, but you do have to have the accuracy necessary to land the turn meter decrease and the decreased speed. Shu-Zhen's passive Sovereign Sight increases the champion's accuracy equal to the amount of speed they have. As a debuffer there on her A3, that turn meter decrease and decreased speed, she's going to need accuracy. And so this is just a cheap way to get a lot of accuracy onto this champion. She obviously should be the fastest champion or maybe the second fastest champion in your team composition. She's got 110 base speed, so she's going to get at least 110 extra accuracy. But you're going to want to have this champion basically going as fast as possible. And so the accuracy requirements are going to be significantly reduced. And that's really nice. It's just going to make it easier to build her out. One consideration with that build is this may mean that even though she's a debuffer, you can skip the perception sets and go straight to 3 speed sets because the additional speed will also increase her accuracy. And then finally, her aura is an increases ally speed in arena battles by 30%. This is the same as Arbiter's aura. In fact, she seems very similar to our Arbiter in a lot of ways. Same aura. They're both Void Legendaries. They both fill turn meter. They are obviously both strong arena champions. They even have very similar stats. The Arbiter's HP pool is just slightly smaller than Shu-Zhen's, And I believe Arbiter's defense is about 1.1k. So Shu-Zhen is basically like a slightly tankier Arbiter who doesn't give you an increased attack, at least not for the whole team. She does give it an increased attack to one ally, also that increased crit rate and increased crit damage. And remember that this may alleviate your arena nuker's need to build 100% crit rate. If you're using this, you can build that nuker at 70% crit rate. So really great champion. I've had a couple of people already talk to me today that they've pulled Shu-Zhen during the 10 times event. So this would be a great pull for my account, and one of the few champions actually that I'm really looking for. She's definitely near the top of my desired champion list. All right, now we talked about trying to get extra value during any time you're pulling shards. And there are a couple of places here. There's no champion chase or summon rush going on, but there is this autumn equinox path, and you do get points for summoning champions. So hopefully we're going to get a lot of points here from summoning champions, and that's going to help us go down this path quite far. There are some 5-star chickens here. There are barrels. There's a feast here. There are legendary tomes and even mythical skill tomes all the way at the bottom. I don't know that we're going to get down that far, but we'll see how far we get. 5-star chicken would be great. On my main, Eternal Soul Essences would also be great. I keep getting 6-star champions that I want, 6-star blessings for champions that I have, but I don't have the Eternal Soul Essences to buy those right yet in the market. So those extras would be nice. It would speed up the process a little bit. And then the last thing here is there is a champion training event coming on. So even if you just get a bunch of rare void rares that you're not going to use for a whole lot, you can use them as 3-star chickens, and that's going to help you with the champion training. So there is some value here, even in addition to the 2 times void shard event. All right, that's enough talk. Let's go ahead and pull some shards. I'm probably just going to pull all 27. I usually like to do 10 pulls at the end. Like, I don't want to do the 10 pull first, so I'm just going to do the 7 solo pulls, and then we're going to pull the 10 pulls at the end. So again, Shu-Zhen would be a great pull for me on this account. Cardinals, a good epic. I do have a copy of her already. I don't need very many epics at all. The only epic I'm really looking for is Geomancer. Second Skull Crown is kind of nice, actually. I don't know that I will build her out, but that is a very good champion for the arena, also for 3v3 arena, also good for wave content. And my current one is built in a stun set for wave content, so I could maybe use a second one for the arena. But 2 epics so far, which should be a lot of points. That's nice. Fellhound, great campaign farmer. If you don't have one and you pull a Fellhound, you are done with your campaign farmers. And here's the other one. Bellower is the other awesome campaign farmer that is a void rare. So either one of these champions would be a perfect solution for your campaign farming. All right, Cagebound, we don't have to talk about every champion here. This is one of the reasons why I don't like doing solo polls. I don't want to have to talk about all these champions. Centurion, okay. And then we got one more. Okay, Tree Shield Knot, actually one of the best rares in the game. I think he was just added recently to the Sylvan Watchers faction. Definitely the best rare in that faction, and that faction is full of good rares. So if you pull a if you pull a Tree Shield Knot and you need help in the Sylvan Watchers faction crypts, definitely think about bringing him up. He can also help you in a lot of places. He's got a decreased attack, he's got heals and increased defense, and then he's also got a revive. He's actually one of the better revivers in the faction, at least as far as rares and epics go. We have a lot of good legendary revivers in this faction. Okay, so now we got 20 pulls. Now, I did pull a Tamesia during just 4 weeks ago during that weekend where they had every single 2 times possible. So I don't expect to necessarily hit on another legendary, but we are hoping for maybe that 10 times champion. Other champions that I would love would be like Yumiko or Krisk or Krizia, Marishka, Terrace, you know, all the top champions, obviously. But I guess can't be greedy. I don't expect much. We'll see what we hit. Come on. Let's get something. Painkeeper, Reliquary Tinner, good rares. Prundar, I actually got him during the last event. Haruspex, these are all pretty good champions, except for Harrier there. Paragon, Dagger, and Cagebound. This is surprisingly, out of a 10 pull, this is more good rares than you would typically see in a 10 pull. Yeah, maybe 4 or 5 buildable champions here. Even Haruspex can be good for Lizardman faction crypts. So, okay, let's keep going. This is our last 10 pull. See if we get anything spicy here. Maybe we get a lucky gold. Maybe we see something fast. Rowan, not bad. Retainer, come on. Another Fellhound. How about some gold? Another epic. Skytouch Shaman, good champion. Show me something. Nope. Daywalker, Gear Grinder, Ripper Fist. Okay. Not a bad batch, not as good as the previous 10 pull. But we did get some epics today. Got a decent number of epics. I don't know if I got any new champions. That'd be interesting. It looks like I might have gotten some new Stop with the pop-ups. Looks like I might have gotten some new champions on the account. So who was new today? Rowan was new for me. That's nice. Triple hit at random, stun. I don't think... Oh, quad hit here. Each hit has a 100% chance when booked of placing a 5% poison debuff for 2 turns on a 3-turn cooldown. 108 base speed. This could be a very good clan boss poisoner, potentially. Interesting. Yeah, I've never built a Rowan, but definitely piques my interest here. I might have to look into that Rowan. But it's always nice to complete a set, and as you can see, I now have every single epic in the Bannerlords faction, so that's kind of cool. And then that was the only new champion for the account. Let's go ahead and look at the Autumn Equinox path to see how many points that we ended up with. Almost 30,000, which actually should get me pretty far into the path. I don't know if that's going to be enough to get the chicken. Doesn't look like it. I'm going to be just shy of the chicken, but I think that that should get me down to these essences here. So let's go ahead and just pull those. Epic Tome's good. 6-star Speed Glyph is always nice. And then here we can actually get these Eternal Soul Essences. And we are at 5,600 points. So it looks like I may be able to get to this Legendary Tome, which would be very cool. Without a mythical champion on my roster, I don't know that I want to go for the mythical tome, but part of me wants to, like if I have the points to say, hey, maybe I should just keep one in reserve because I might get one. It also might take me 3 years to get one. So, you know, obviously I have many, many legendary champions that I could book out, build and book out. And so this would be a better investment for my account. But yeah, consider what you want to do with this path before you just go there. And remember, you can wait and kind of figure out how many points you get total before you actually select it. These path events typically stick around for 24 hours after you can collect points. So the points will end, but they'll leave the path up so that you can wait all the way until the end before you make your choices and figure out how many points you actually get. This is my Noob versus Pro account. Now, my Noob versus Pro account is not nearly as in good shape as Sun's is. So you're working on, what is it, your 4th 6-star right now? Today you'll have it?
Yeah.
So I do not have my 3rd yet. And I don't have enough to get my 3rd. I don't really have a champion. I'm still in the same exact boat that I was last week and the week before, which is I really don't have an automatic 6-star. I decided to 6-star my Shield Guard. He is starting to do some work for me. He is now at level 55. He's got about half his masteries. Which is pretty cool. I got his speed up to 170 now. It was down at like 140 or something for a while, so I was able to increase his speed. And so now he's starting to do some work for me, which is great. He's also helping me in places where Athel is weak, and that's the biggest bonus that I'm finding, which is that when she is weak affinity into force targets, he is strong affinity into the same targets. So it makes up for her loss of damage. He's not really helping me out in Clan Boss very much because I need to get him fully masteried out in order for that to really benefit me. But yeah, he's got a lifesteal set, and so he's doing some work. So today I'm hoping for something, and I'd really love a support. And I think what I was talking about yesterday when we were talking about epics was Runekeeper Dazder. That is who I want on my account. This is one of my favorite epics in the game, Runekeeper Dazder. And so his kit's really nice. He's got the leech on the A1. He's got an increased attack buff on all allies. Then he fills a turn meter of all allies by 25%. So that's almost as good as Arbiter's. And then you have this AoE cleanse and heal that also adds additional continuous heals. 105 speed, 20k HP, 1250 defense. Really nice and tanky. Worry about him you know, getting extra damage against him, right? Because he's never going to do that. You're always going to be able to land the leech if you have the accuracy. But you don't need to build him with any accuracy if you don't want to, because the leech isn't necessarily super important if you have Deacon Armstrong on the team. But remember, Deacon can weak hit with that leech, whereas Runekeeper Dazzler cannot. So he could actually replace Deacon as a better leech champion. Perfect champion for clan boss. Perfect champion for clan boss. If I had a Feign with this guy, I don't have either one. If you got this guy, that would be an amazing champion for you as well. Also perfect in arena for this. So
Yeah, I'll take it.
Yeah, he's an amazing champion. And he's one of my favorite looking champions in the whole game. I say this every time. He looks like a Runekeeper from Lord of the Rings Online. So yeah.
Good pull.
I said I'm making some space. Give me a second.
Oh, well, you need space. I don't need space. Look, I'm a professional, all right? I was prepared. I was ready.
I was doing all the talking, which is, of course, what I'm always doing. I'm always talking. But, okay, so, all right, so we're just going to throw this in the middle here. All right, so do you have anything you want to say before you pull? Or are you just going to go for it?
I'm just going to go for it.
All right, we got 5 pulls here.
Waiting.
All right, let's get a drum roll. Let's get some support for Team Sun in the chat right now. Team Sun, call out the champions you want Sun to pull right now. Go ahead and drop that in the chat. Anybody on Team Sun, give your
Give me the good vibes.
What would we call you? Are you the noble leader? What are you here? Give your clan leader here your support. We got guys. Go. All right. Great Dane is calling out all blue. He's Team Colred.
Oh.
Cage bound. All right. Whenever you are ready, son. Whenever you are ready, let's go. Let's see what you get. Come on. I'm hoping for something. That is not what we're hoping for.
Granted skeleton.
Yeah,
no, not exact.
He's pretty trash. Are some good rares, so you could pull Cold Heart. Get an epic. Dagger is not awful. Okay, Dagger is not awful. We can talk a little bit about her. She's squishy. She's hard to keep alive, but she has some uses.
Yeah.
Mr. Fudan says, pull Norris.
Pull Chuck Norris. Yeah, the one instance of Chuck Norris.
We want some Godseeker and Neri here. We want some Demitha.
All right, 3 rare so far.
That's the guy I got last time.
Yeah, curse that.
Yeah.
All
got
right,
two more. Come on. I want to see at least a purple. Come on, let's get an epic. Let's get at least an epic. There we go. There we go. Come on. Ooh.
My firstborn.
Ooh,
Cool.
She's a boss killer, but you've already got Feign. She would help me out a ton, but she basically pulls up your Feign. She's got decreased attack, she's got decreased defense, and weaken. So, I mean, in some ways, she's a better debuffer than Feign because she's void, so she's not going to weak hit. But she also doesn't bring poison. Now, she hits very hard. She hits very hard, but she doesn't bring poisons. So, not a bad pull. Not a bad pull. Very good for faction crypts at the very least.
Yeah. All right, last one.
One more. Get it.
Ah.
Cold Heart. Nope.
Skirmisher. Another barbarian.
Yeah. She came through. I was like, I didn't know Dervish was. No, it's like all of those champions look the same. Not Dervish. Zephyr Sniper. She looks like Zephyr Sniper. And Dervish, I guess.
All right, so we got 1 rare. Nothing game changing for
1 epic. You mean? You got 1 epic.
Or 1 epic, sorry.
Yeah. Nothing game changing, but you got a few okay champions.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here we go. All right, in the chat, I need some energy. I need some energy in the chat right now. Team Colred, come on. Let's hear what do we want? Call it out. Nobody puts baby in the corner. Let's get Legos, Great Dane, all gold. All right, come on. Let's go. All right, here we go. All right, ready. Let's open with an epic. Right away. Come on. Nope. How about a Cold Heart? No, it's a Fanatic. Not a champion I've ever really used before. So, let's keep going. Come on, let's see purple or gold. Preferably purple. Ugh. Arbalester. Well, I already have a copy of her. I think I already have one of her. Pretty sure I do. Do not blue tax me all. This would be painful. Vanguard. 7. It could be 7 rares we're looking at. Got 3. Only 4 more chances here. Come on. There we go. Be somebody good. Tolf the Maimed. Interesting. I don't really know this guy that much. A1 cannot be critical. Each hit heals a champion by 30% of the damage inflicted. It's a 2 hitter. Okay. The A2 attacks one enemy when attacking bosses, inflicts pure damage, and decreases the target's HP to 50%. That's interesting. Inflicts damage based on this champion's max HP instead. And places a stun debuff for 1 turn if the target already has less than 50% HP. Inflicts damage based on this champion's HP when attacking bosses. This attack cannot be critical. I don't understand the not critical thing. Maybe the passive will explain it. Decreases the value of all enemy shields by 50% at the start of every turn, then increases this champion's max HP by the same amount, up to an additional 25% of their max HP. This guy seems really interesting and also total trash. Like, why prevent critical hits? I don't understand that. Okay. All right. So anyway, we keep going. We got a few more. We're going to hope for a better effort than that. Maybe we could get one more. Or we can get a Cold Heart. Draconis. He's an okay rare. Come on, give me something. I need something to build up to 6 stars. Give me something I can take to 6 stars. Here we go, epic. Yes, it's my guy. It's my guy. It's my guy. Damn, I got it. I actually called my shot. Wow. Runekeeper Dazdurk.
Wow.
I am so freaking pumped right now. That is one of the best pulls I've ever had where I was just like, oh man, you know what would solve my problem right now? Runekeeper Dazdurk.
Congratulations.
Ah, that feels so good. That feels so good. This is the guy I wanted. This is literally the guy I called for. All right, he's going in my arena team. He is going in my clan boss team. He is going in my dungeon teams. He is my cleanser, my healer, my increased turn meter, my increased attack.
Just watch for a count jump. 2 weeks ahead.
He's my next 6 star, I think. I mean, he works really well at 5 stars. So, but now I could change my team around quite a bit because with Runekeeper Dazdurk and High Katoon and Deacon Armstrong, right? Those are 3 turn meter fillers with everything that you need, basically. You can decrease defense, increase attack, increase speed, slow, decrease turn meter on 2 champions, 2 leeches. I could have all 3 of those built, put them all on the same team, and then just bring in, like, you know, my starter champion. And then in a dungeon team, I could add, you know, Wukong or Shield Guard or whatever I want for a little bit more wave clear. That's sick. That's sick. I almost don't want to pull this last void. I want to like hold it. I want to hold it.
Might as well.
No, it's a 2 times. I'll pull it. I might also pull a Cold Heart or something, you know. So that was sick. That was sick. I'm so pumped. I'm so pumped. All right. Probably shaking the whole screen.
The back to back. Let's see it.
Let's see. All right, last one. Another purple, I wouldn't mind. Cold Heart. Interceptor. 15% on a 5-turn cooldown. She brings a weaken. Maybe. No, she brings a sleep. This has a 50% chance of 5-turn cooldowns. Who cares about 5-turn cooldowns with a speed of 84? So she's food. But I got my boy. I got my guy. I'm so pumped.
Yeah, you willed that, man.
I'm so pumped. That's crazy. That is crazy good. Oh, man. That is so strong. That is so strong. Now I got to
this pull.
Oh,
Not too shabby.
Man, has been such a slog. And literally one champion can just change your account sometimes. Okay, so that's it for me today. Not a super exciting pull here, but we did have some more excitement on our noob versus pro accounts. Definitely let me know in the comments below if you hit anything exciting. If you hit the 10 times champion, I always want to hear about that. A lot of people doubt whether the 10 times is a real thing, but I think when it comes to void shards, you're more likely to see it than during, say, sacred shards. There are far fewer void legendaries. So like I said, I know at least 2 people who have hit Shu-Zhen today. So let me know if you hit Shu-Zhen as well. All right, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Also consider joining our Discord community. I've been Colred. Thanks for hanging out. I will see you in another video very soon.